Good evening, Gianna, and good evening, Togepi. How are you both doing? I hope the evening finds you well. I believe we're having a case of either freezing rain or sleet or something that's a little more solid than snow outside, so I'm doing great. I'm doing real well, Gianna. Thank you for asking. And I'm glad to hear that you're doing good. And I'm hoping that many of you had the day off today, as I did. Unless I didn't, in which case, whoops. I'm pretty sure I had the day off. I had it marked on my calendar. It's a holiday, after all. Though not a holiday that all businesses are obliged to give off. Anyways, I'll put myself on screen in just a moment. You have the week off. Oh, that's real nice. Oh, that's right. You were saying that you get like a February break. That's really wonderful, Gianna. Okay. All right. So, in New Horizons Festival plays out like in New Leaf. Once he's given you the 9 pieces, you need to catch or create 3 rainbow feathers, and it'll give you the festival float. Okay. Correct, yeah, today's President's Day, Gianna. Alright, I'm glad we're working, Mystic. How you doing? Okay, let me put myself up. Hold on. Hi there, everyone. How y'all doing? Oh, I need to make sure that my hair stays beneath the top of the camera line. I'm wearing it high tonight for some reason. Correct, Mom. That's the correct response. But you know what? If you want a discount on a mattress, it does look a bit like Trico. Yeah, that's deliberate. I could split it. No, I don't actually know what I'm gonna do with it. I just don't want to have it down because it's still drying. Yes, correct, Gianna. It is today. I don't know why, but whenever I try to like do a bump in the front, it likes to split. Maybe if I curl it underneath and back, I can get it a little nicer. I just don't want it to go too much to one side, you know? Let's try this. Well, now it's like nothing. Give me a little more. Yeah, it's just... I want it to contour to one side. Should get a hair rat? Or bump it. Did I cut my hair? No, it's just, it's wet and tied back and blah, blah, blah. The color you give them will be the color of the furniture. Very nice. Which means there... I'm guessing there are 4 Festival Feather colors outside of the rainbow, which means that there are... that if you want everything, you've got to do all this 4 times. May or may not have splurged on makeup yesterday. Do tell me more, Gianna. I should have. Clearly. Man, I should have gotten a perm. I think Briz was right. Briz is always right. I should listen to him more. You know what? I'll go with that. That looks pretty safe and classic. And the clip that I'm using to hold it down only shows if I really turn to the side. You can cut... Okay, that's nice. That's very nice then, Togepi. I wonder if there's going to be a big aftermarket for those feathers. Okay. Yeah, this'll do. I'll buy this. Hair rats are just like a tube of tights or hose that's been stuffed with a filling, typically your own hair trimmings. Just to wrap your hair around to style with volume. This sounds very strange. Okay. 7 items later, spent $97. I've been there, Gianna. I've done that one online shopping. Anyways, let's get started, shall we? So as the title suggests, as the Discord post makes clear, we are here outside of a very frosty forest, which I think looks really beautiful. The question is, oh, man, thank you for the host. Aw, Togepi, that's lovely. Did I redo my toolbox? Did I sort it out between episodes? I think I need more ornament. Yeah, I think I need to do some sorting. Man, how are you this evening? I hope you're well. Okay, sort. Put the max ether away. No, I do have 3 orange berries. Maybe I don't. I'll put the blast seed away. Got the escape and one-shot orb, so I'll put the link box. Oh, that's right, because I resorted my inventory mid-dungeon. Oh yeah, Jenny. Let me turn on Jenny. Ooh. Just a normal Pepsi or any diet / flavor of Pepsi? By the way, hopefully I'm looking, good. I showered today. I fixed my face. I shaved so that I still have I'm still trying to grow in the beard, which it just does not show well on camera. But it's not as fuzzy at the chin now. So here's hoping. Ooh, a 2-liter. Wow, that's nice. Mumfakata and Mihan. Maybe we need to change that. Maybe when someone posts Mihan in the chat, they need to say, "Oh wow, Mumfakata, I really like that guy." You really should have not asked for it. I also feel that when it comes to food stuff, Mystic. It's like, oh, this is gonna be delicious. I shouldn't have asked for it. Going through walls as a ghost makes your belly go down. As a ghost-type Pokemon? You're right. We should have it say nice things about Stevie. And Mihan, whenever you're ready. Okay, we've got the 1 Chesto Berry, we've got 2 Tiny Revivers. Yeah, I feel like we're good. I'm a grass type walking into a world that's definitely going to be full with ice types, with only a water type to help. This is going to go great. Okay, let's do it.
Thomas, are you ready to roll?
Yeah.
Which way should we go?
Frosty Forest. Oh, I actually didn't realize that was the title of this dungeon. I guess I was just like, alliteration, sure. Great, I'm glad I guessed well. It's a whole debacle, I see. I wouldn't have thought of, a 2-liter of Pepsi as prompting a debacle. But yes, feel free to let me know more. Anyways, Frosty Forest.
Alright, let's roll on out. It's freezing cold, but let's give it our best.
I think I need to come up with a different voice for Psyduck. If I'm honest. That one is just, it's hard to do in text-heavy episodes. Alright. Another dungeon where it's dark. Oh, it's a snow run! Alright, Psyduck, you can take care of that one. Y'all know how I feel about Snowrun. Snowrun, though not quite as old of an emote as Venonat, is up there. And is another of my picks for Pokemon that I think don't quite get their due. Ooh, another Tiny Reviver Seed. Excellent. Oh! Togepi, I'm pretty sure Mihan can do that because, the information that gets pulled whenever someone uses a command is who used the command, not just what the command was. Mihan, if it's not too hard, I'd be down. I obviously don't want to make more work than I need to for this because you're obviously doing this out of your great beneficence. and not out of any obligation to me. Can I just say this? First of all, I should do this every stream, but I don't because I'm silly. Check out me, but also, get yourself a friend like Meehan who will give you no end of silly indictments as to your person. But when your back's against the wall or when you're interested in doing something cool, they're like, yes, I'm there for that. Let's do it. Let's make that happen. Mystic, that's amazing. I'm so glad to hear. Yeah, exactly, Meehan. Or just exclamation point Meehan. However you care to handle it. Why aren't you attacking the snow run? Oh, you... Psyduck, stop being a fool. It used double team. This is gonna be... Oh my gosh. Thankfully, it's incapable of hitting me. I'm pretty sure that Snowrite used double team on the entire room, rather than just me. Or rather than just itself. Now, I don't remember for certain, Togepi, you might know, though maybe don't tell me, if this dungeon is the only dungeon in the ice part, or if we have a second dungeon, and now I can't even remember to the last episode to say whether or not that was the case for Moltres, whether there were two split dungeons, or it was just the one dungeon was split. I think it was 2 dungeons. Anyways, moving along. Onwards and upwards. Oh boy. That's a pile of swine. Madison, good evening. How are you doing? Split like there are 2 dungeons before I get to Articuno, because, I mean, obviously, base pattern recognition as well as my memory of playing, you know, Blue and Red Rescue Team states that Articuno's next. It's just whether or not it's in this dungeon or if there's another dungeon where we'll find Articuno. I'm glad to hear that you're great, Madison. That's terrific. I'm doing excellently myself. I've had a wonderful day. Actually, today, just as a reminder to do things, this is the dungeon. Okay. I will keep that in mind. I today had like an hour-long phone call with one of my old roommates from college. 2.5 hours for an interview? Oh my gosh, Meehan. The very best of luck to you, of course, but oh wow. Ugh, that's so long. Interview, I feel like the longest interview I have ever done was 2 hours, and it was too long. Ooh, we got ribbons. And an orb that I want to check out. Lucky ribbon. I think I have one of those. Nullify bandana. Prevents the wearer's ability from working. Ooh! Ooh, that could be good. Ooh, Togepi, I'll keep an eye out. Also, Madison, by the way, to what do I have the distinct and wonderful pleasure of having you pop in so frequently recently? Which I appreciate immensely, because you know it's always wonderful to see you. What floor are we on? 3? 3, I think. My goodness, Mumfakata. I know you're making a joke, but if I looked at it that way, it would be much better. Though I'd imagine doing any interviews now would be better, given that I already have a job, and therefore it's not like I'm trying to go from nothing to something. Going from something to something else feels easier. Right, of course. And so you've started your new job now. Madison, I'm so happy that you are less anxious because of your new job. I'm tremendously excited for you. That is correct, Mystic. You are remembering, because prior to that, Madison had, I'm pretty sure, like 10 jobs? No, forgive me if I'm, exaggerating, but I don't think that I am. Sharply boosts the attack and special attack of all your teammates. I like that. Let me see what seed this is. I've got plenty. Alright, sir, I'd like these items. Pretty close. So it was 11. Got it. 11 jobs. Oh! I'm sorry. I need to remember to do this more often for all the people who I know who are lovely and who also stream. But if you haven't already, check out Madison. Madison's pretty terrific. Paper Mario. Oh, interesting. We may have to compare notes for something that's happening soon. Look, you didn't hear it from me. You didn't hear it from me, but Madison's pretty freaking amazing. I'm sorry. Can I gush for a moment? I have, from knowing like next to no one who also does this personally, I have come to know such wonderful folks. And Mihan's to blame for a lot of them. To blame for my knowing them. Madison's someone who just sort of sprang up from out of nowhere and has just... I'm so thrilled with all the things that she does. I'm bad at talking, but please let my my inarticulate compliments still ring as compliments. You've been nominated for an award and the voting ended yesterday for round 5. Oh my gosh, Gianna, best of luck to your band. That's amazing. I wish you the very best of luck. Right, go to my items. Hello, Ryan. I'm so sorry. Is your power still out? I'm guessing it is because you're on mobile. And if you can't hear me, just tell him, hey, that I said hey. And sorry about your luck with the internet and the Texas, and the weather. Okay. Oh. Surprisingly, the item was Ditto? I didn't know that could happen. That's such an interesting way of having a, like a monster treasure. I don't think they did that in the original. I like that. That's such a cool mechanic. What if you were Ditto? Mihan, I, keep copying whoever you've been copying, man. Because you're doing a great job. Texas did get a little frosty, Mystic. Check the Discord. Mihan posted pictures. Now, Ryan, I know from conversations in his Discord, which, oh. You won't know why I'm doing that. Follow Ryan. Everyone, like, I have so many wonderful people. We, of course, rated Ryan last night, who is playing Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator. Which, oh, ominous messaging. Could a Ditto with an imagination make something new? Can Ditto only, gosh, Mihan, I feel like we need another Duplica episode to answer these questions. I wonder, well, Mystic, I think the question that you're raising is hell climatically similar to Texas? In which case, I would say Texas, I think, is usually, just a hair warmer. So they're probably ain't doing so great, you know, down below. Someone has intruded upon the forest. The enfeebled flow of icy winds. Is the intrusion to blame? It must be stopped. For it is to protect the forest. Oh, I'm already getting hungry. That's happening quite quickly. I don't like Kentucky, Mystic. No shade on people who are from Kentucky, I just don't like the state very much. But I can say that because I'm from Ohio. Same deal with West Virginia. Because I'm from Ohio, I can razz Michigan, Indiana, West Virginia, and Kentucky all I want. Bordering states. I would razz Pennsylvania, but I did a lot of that yesterday, or Saturday. That's true, Gianna. I have done that, in fact. Once. That's chair stream. Oh, I'm out of dragon breaths. Excuse me? Piloswine. I don't think so. Why wouldn't you use Giga Drain? It's a water type. Oh, you fool. Oh, okay. You know, I'm gonna use it on Piloswine, because Piloswine's a ground type. Ground ice still, but it'll be regularly effective. I need the health back. And I feel like, I'm much less worried about the Azurill than I am Piloswine. I really need to use the move selector more often. I definitely just let the AI do its thing more often than not. And the AI is okay, but sometimes it's just, it doesn't act exactly as I would. It favors super effective moves, but sometimes a recovery move is more called for. Is there like a room in the middle that I'm missing? Oh, whoops. So, Mystic, in that case, I wouldn't blame it on Texas. I blame it on that gentleman and the system around which that enabled him to, you know, make those decisions, but not the state of Texas writ large. Oh, there are rooms to the south. Okay. Gianna, in elementary school in, you know, suburban Columbus, Ohio, that was definitely a move. Anyone who would wear Michigan apparel was the subject of shock and derision from their classmates. Though, to his credit, I had a classmate who would often wear Michigan gear, I think because one of his parents went to Michigan, and he kept to it. He stuck to his guns. He didn't change just because we were like, no, boo, Ohio State. You know, now I'm a grown person, and those things seem silly by comparison. But a little school loyalty, so long as not taken in excess, can be a good thing. Ooh, a Mightyena. Mightyena looks weird from behind. Looks very skunky. Oh boy. Wait, my max elixir? Excuse me? I don't think so. That's not allowed. I need those. Yeah, very rude. Genuinely. I mean, that's the equivalent to, like, you're sitting at your cafeteria table. You know, you're enjoying your carrots, and you got a nice juice box of high C sitting in front of you. And then a Mightyena comes up and nabs that and then runs out the door. And you're like, wait, how Pokemon exist? But you don't ask yourself that question because you're just shocked. Because it got yoinked. Your high C, it's gone. Alright, we'll feed that to Trico. Because Trico's stomach is currently empty. A little bit. The runway bald spot. That's a fun way of putting it. Yeah, you could land a plane on that thing. Really? That's... wow. If you care to share, why did they have to shut down the school, Nick? Especially if it's something about which you're still grumpy. Did they just not have enough money, or...? And also, let me take this opportunity to ask, basically, yes. Huh. That's too bad. Also, I seen, is Trico out of moves? Whoops, yeah, wow, okay. Psyduck's doing, I guess I need to use one of my elixirs. My only one, since the other one got. That's too bad, Nick. So I was gonna say, how do folks feel about, like, primary and secondary education, or even college, if you care to go that far, that is, solely for, you know, like all boys or all girls schools? Because, in Columbus, there is the Columbus School for Girls, and it's one of the best private schools in the city. Of course, it being only for female students. Columbus Academy used to be all boys, but is now co-ed. Lavocado, what an excellent tweet. Oh, Nick, that's really too bad, especially if they had a... Man, they really should have. They really should have let him do it. But... power structures and yada yada yada. I mean, thankfully the dungeons aren't, like, huge. I remember some of the dungeons in Explorers of Darkness being huge, like, super sprawling. Even if they weren't, like, super deep. Or they had complicated mechanics that would force you to replay force. Cough, cough, Reggie dungeon. The hospital next door was given the lands at least still being used. And it used for good purpose, it would seem. Yeah. One wonders, especially in single-gender schools, like, there's likely, let me say this carefully. There's the potential for greater ostracization. There's the potential for greater ostracism for someone who would be an LGBT student. And so that could be very, very harmful to them. But there are also, you know, there are some students who thrive better in that environment. So, you know, I think as with most things, it may be better if it were an opt-in system. Yeah, well, it depends where in America, where, you know, what the culture is around it. Case-by-case basis. Yeah. I don't think this is one where we can say universally good, universally bad. There. Nice surprised that the stairs were right where the last item was. Oh my gosh! I'm sorry. Last week I had a thing. I had a thing planned. Oh, I'm so silly. Last week I was going to talk about a passage from Pilgrimage to Eternity that I was reading. I still want to do that. Okay. Motherfucker, to that point, the roots of it I do think are archaic, but I still think that there is some reason wherein some students may do better in that environment. I think that's been shown. But it's not to say that it's good for every student. And it's certainly not to say that that should be the basis of the partition today. It should be a good academic opportunity for those for whom that situation would produce the best results. Anyways, let me grab the book so I have it handy. There we go. Other one. Yes. Okay, so it's the one without the mic box. I'll just need to remember that. I'm using my broken headphones because I can't find my good headphones. So I've only the one produces audio now.
Come pretty far into the forest. We're almost there. Thomas, we can do this.
I hope you're right, Psyduck. What is the book? Timothy Egan's A Pilgrimage to Eternity. Timothy Egan is a journalist. I think he worked for the for the New York Times. And or no, he's based in Seattle, so I don't think he actually worked for the New York Times. I don't know, journalist anyway. He's chronicling his trip along the Via Francigena. And it's not a proselytization book. He's essentially agnostic, and musing on faith and the absence of faith as he walks an ancient pilgrimage route. The passage specifically that I wanted to discuss has nothing to do with faith. It's more a musing on contemporary society that I'm interested in digging into because it articulates something that's been rattling around in my head quite beautifully. And I wanted to see if it rang true for others. Okay. 3 apples? 2 apples. 2 apples has proved to be enough, because usually I'll find at least an apple. Okay, I'm gonna put away all these sleep seeds. I like having a totter seed on occasion for boss fights. I find that they tend to be a little more useful. Man, that stun seed looked weird. They tend to be a little more useful than give credit for. Doesn't have anything to do with the Koala Islander. No, it's really too bad, I think, Togepi. One would hope, but one is also often disappointed. Okay, I've got agility, so I don't need the quick orb. I see where you were going. I should really memorize all of the Animal Crossing villagers and their faces and names, except no, I won't. I should, but I won't. Because I don't want to spend the time on that. Okay, let me get some max elixirs. There we go. Because I may need them. I think I'm good. 16 item slots to spare should as ever be enough. Heart of the Frosty Forest. Is that what it is called in the original game? That seems a long name for the original. Ooh, it's one of those canes. It's a tunnel wand. Oh, a Rhyhorn. You know, this dungeon has actually had not that bad of typing for me. There's been a fair number of not ice types that I've been able to deal with. Wow! Lairon, Rhyhorn, and Matang. Frosty Grotto. That's what it should still be called. That's a great name. I like that name so much better. Yeah, would you please kill the Laron? I'll take care of Matang. You need to kill the Laron. Okay. Matang is apparently very bulky. That's okay. So here's the passage in question. Let me just jump straight to it while I'm walking through. Ahem. This is from chapter 5, something, I don't know. 6, chapter 6. For those of you who are playing along at home. For those of you who actually take my book recommendations to heart. I have been enjoying this book, I'm still not that far in. Because I'm a slow reader. Which is to say that I tend to do almost every other thing to distract myself instead of reading, even when I like a book. So of the trip, he makes this comment as part of his goals for the travel. In truth, I'm trying to go on a digital cleanse. One of my goals of this trip is to cut down on the amount of useless information I consume. Easy access to a world of tempting crap has clearly not been good for me. My attention span has shrunk. Sustained, deep reading and thinking are more difficult. I'm punch drunk from the unrelenting present, the news alerts and flashes, all the chaos without context. I feel at times like I'm not nearly as good at reading as I used to. And I muse privately on whether or not the way that the internet has us interact with content, if it is at all times healthy. 100% true. Yeah, I have a feeling it might ring a bit true. And I say this as someone who obviously does light fare, typically, for internet content consumption, but long form, which I think gives it some redeeming value. Also, I talk about stuff like this, which probably means, you know, I'm going way too deep. But I'm not gonna stop. What, give me the quote. I've never read the Jurassic Park novel. I didn't realize that it was a novel. I probably should have. Oh, good. Oh, good, Toga. Is that one that's required for me to do in the main game? Please say no. Okay. You want to fight Matang? You do it. Thank you. Thank you for saying no when I asked. Of what do I need to be careful, Mystic? We intended to banish paper, and instead we banished thought. Yeah. Again, the internet is a tool, right? It's not on the face of things inherently bad. But, like all tools, it can be used well and not so well. And I think what has been done is people who aim to make money off of people using their sites have veered towards, you know, driving up revenue not by making sure what they're doing is the most interesting and charging a fee for access to it, but rather by creating things that prey on human psychology to get us as interested as possible at sort of a base level without giving any actual substance behind it. Just a constant non-satisfaction but continued interest. Mavocado, that's a fair point as to one's reading habits, in response, where I believe you're correct in saying yes, we wouldn't, you know, we have reason not to have as much time as we once did dedicated to leisure activities like those. But my point is more that I used to spend more of the leisure time I had reading. But I also will recognize, on the other end of that coin, that reading is not as, say, inherently relaxing as things like, you know, television or video games, where there's a little less of your mind involved. And so, where relaxation time is limited, where it's limited and scarce, one may place a premium on those higher utility, you know, relaxation, you know, things that one can do to relax. And so there's an element of, you know, what I would call rational economic choice here, even though it's not necessarily an economic context, where, you know, I don't read as often, not because I'm not as much of a reader as I used to be. I'm perhaps the same amount of reader as I used to be, but reading as a relaxation exercise has lower utility than other items, and therefore I choose it less. I choose it where I have more time available to me, especially with my relaxation time being scarce. Oh wow, that ended quickly. Usually subjectively involved with what you're watching. And what do you mean by that, Togepi?
We come pretty far into the forest. I think we'll be out if we can get through this part. It shouldn't be long. Hang in there. Huh? Thomas, did you just say something? I didn't think so. A voice. I must have imagined it.
Turn back. You may not pass.
Who's there?
I Mystic, that's definitely true. It isn't to say that these things are monolithically bad. And there's definitely utility to be found. But it's also to say that I think there is a trend towards things online that are not satisfying, and that are meant to just, again, drive interest without ever sating that interest. You are forbidden to pass. If you persist in trying to pass, then so be it. But only after you have defeated me.
Ow! It's too bright. The ice around us is reflecting this light.
I am Articuno, the warder of ice. Those that enter the forest, I shall destroy you with all my might. Let us begin. All right. Boss battle time. You'll be thinking about something that relates to the subject. You'll be watching a show about bad driving, and you'll think about Uh-huh. Well, yeah, I can understand being active part of the process. And I'm not saying that when watching television my mind is, blanked. Typically isn't. But it's a lower level of activity than if I were reading something. We talked about Y2K the other night, didn't we, Mofocata? That was within the last month, I think. Alright, Alright, you can go ahead and use Water Pulse. What do I have? I feel like I have a seed that I want. Yeah. Throw. Nice try. Not gonna hit me like that. Gonna have to do better. Josh, thank you for the host. Welcome on in. Okay, we're not doing too bad. I feel like we're doing much better than we were against Moltres. Oh, nice try with that. Okay, Articuno's no longer confused, but now he's paralyzed! Ah! Okay. We're just both using our ranged attacks, and this actually isn't a bad set of moves to use. Thankfully, none of the ice moves are hitting me, just Psyduck. Yeah. Well, I think dependence on any one single thing is a recipe for, problems. Thankfully, I do think that the internet, while being incredibly useful to modern life, is not the only tool within modern life that is, capable of filling a lot of our needs. A lot of things have become diffuse, technologically. All right. Back to the story.
Please, Articuno. We have to keep moving. We have to get through this. Please let us pass.
No, I cannot allow your passage.
Why? Why can't we pass?
The frigid forest's air. It has warmed considerably in recent times. Well, then tell the people over in, the rest of the Pokemon world, stop using oil, okay? Stop with the coal plants in Galar. You got it? It's not our fault. It's the Psyduck and a Trico. Neither of us can use fire moves. I mean, at first, Mofocata, I would say it built upon, existing telecommunications infrastructure. It's definitely evolved into its own thing. And right now, I would argue that it is the center of modern life because we're, a lot of work is reliant on the existence of the internet to exist as work. My job, for sure. But it'll be less the center once we can, leave our houses again. My job wouldn't exist over the phone. Really, Togepi, why? Why does someone believe that? The flow of frigid air has been disturbed in the forest. Snow has started to melt. Snow is melting, snow that has never melted before. This has never happened, even once. Then you appeared in the forest. Man, again, correlation is not causation. Can someone take this Articuno to a statistics class? Or any basic social sciences course? Don't blame us for our problems just because we showed up when you were having problems. Is this not your doing?
We don't have anything to do with that. It's a coincidence. Hey, Articuno, you have to listen. It's not our fault the snow is melting here. It's not just here. Natural disasters are happening all over the place. If we hadn't come, the frigid air would still have been disturbed.
Is that all? You expect me to believe that? Yeah, where was this move during the boss battle? I mean, come on. A mystic noise.
Wow!
Enough of your foolish talk. Prepare for your end. Stop it. I don't know who that is. Oh, it's Absol. Stop it. Absol has a deep voice. Absol. There is nothing false in what they said. Calamities are indeed occurring in nature everywhere. Is that true? Yes. I have the ability to sense natural disasters. It's because I have an antenna attached to my face. It gets great reception. The calamities taking place now are of a special nature. I've never experienced such before. So there are calamities besides this. Fine. I will choose to believe you. You may pass.
Articuno?
Man, don't thank Articuno, thank Absol. Psyduck, where are your priorities? And thank you, Josh. However...
Wow!
You must try to prevent the calamities from spreading. I'm counting on you. Man, we are not obliged to you. You just tried to murder us. Yes, from Zelda. Exactly. This is, I'm the green one. I am Link. And this is my good yellow friend, Zelda. Zelda's here because this is Breath of the Wild 2. And we are here to stop Ganon from attacking this world and spreading the calamity to everyone and everything. How's my walking doing? Is it okay? Could be better, right? Could be better. Zelda. Yeah. Pokelda. Zelman. Zelman sounds like a deli. A good deli.
Yep, we promised, Articuno. Phew, that was too close. Thank you. You saved us.
Rather than saying thanks, focus on stopping the calamities before they worsen. If they are left unchecked, the worst will befall us. I added a word. My instincts warn me so. As well as the radio signals that I get into my head directly. Togepi seems to be the case. I mean, it's very kid-friendly in that way. It's just, you know, no matter what anyone else does to you, if they say sorry, you forgive them. You can hold grudges as an adult, but not before then. Oh. Hello! Eric, welcome. Eric, how is the rest of Animal Crossing? And welcome along to anyone else who's coming with the raid. I am X-Men. I am playing this Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. This game out here. Welcome! Let me shout out Eric. Because Eric is also info. I was actually hanging out there earlier, watching some Animal Crossing, chatting about WandaVision. Does he get CBS? Ooh, good question. I feel like Absol already knows the answer to all the cases on NCIS, though. And Rainbow Squirrel, welcome on in. Sup to you, too. And not a problem, Eric. Happy to do it. It is a delight to see you. And Rainbow Squirrel, happy to make your acquaintance. Are you coming along with the raid, or just happen to fortuitously come in at the same time as a raid? Either way, welcome, welcome. Anyway, back to Absol. I sense the terrible power of the natural calamities. I was led here by my feelings of foreboding. Man, if you're gonna walk straight into your foreboding, Absol's the person who dies first in the horror movie. I'm sorry. You gotta listen to those feelings. Yeah, people have too much time. Too much time on their hands, Monfregata. Got 5 new gyroids today. Awesome. That is delightful. And so what, Eric, if you had to put your percentage completion, if you had to chalk it up across all of the items that you're trying to collect, where do you think you're at? I think it would be best if we combined forces. I will join you.
Huh? You will? Really?
Really. To put an end to the calamities, cooperation is vital. Let me lend you my powers.
Thank you, Absol.
Hooray! Is Absol always level 28, or did I just get really lucky? Or, excuse me, or does it match to your team's levels? Gotcha, Rainbow Squirrel. Well, I also play Animal Crossing, typically on Saturdays, so if you're interested in more Animal Crossing content, I hope you'll stick around. Yeah. No, now we've got NPR. Absol, Absol, I feel like that thing picks up FM radio. Maybe we can listen. I mean, it's late, so maybe we'll listen to the BBC World Service. It's Neil Nunes and his deep voice. I really want to learn how to do an impression of him. Nice, Eric, nice. Speaking of charity, if you're interested in knowing more, always level 28. Was 20 in the original? Yeah, 28 seems high for the original, so it's the rare quality squeeze out. Squeeze out enables getting the one extra power point, which is really nice. True, Eric. I know you were when you were doing this the first time before you lost your save, you were having a lot of trouble towards the end getting some of the stuff. I do, however, still have, access to all of the paintings that you and I worked to swap codes for. So if you ever need those again, hit me up. I still don't have, I think, 1 or 2 or maybe 3. But I'm close. Closer than I used to be. Alright, look, I'm in a tiny reviver seed. Terrific. And so, after getting through the frosty forest, Thomas's team headed further north. The more they advanced, the harsher the conditions became. Then maybe go south? This icy mountain path seems to go on forever. Which, of course, is in Trico's head. And so if he was saying this, it would be like, Trico! We've walked a long way here. Psyduck looks exhausted, too. How could you tell? Your eyes aren't open. We've been running all this time out of desperation. Also, Absol looks fully nonplussed by this. Absol's just like, I got a winter coat on, I'm fine. Don't know what you two were thinking coming out here with your neckerchiefs. What's in store for us ahead? Are we really doing the right thing?
It's too cold. There's only snow around us now.
Motherfucker, what do you mean? Like the intersection of the equator and the prime meridian? I agree, Togepi. Alice, hello. Yeah, this is good music. You're absolutely correct. And Seep, welcome on into you as well. True. We don't know how long Absol's been living out here, but I mean, Absol is definitely dressed to the nines for the weather. A big ruffly coat like that, that's gonna be real warm. You wonder if that's all Absol, or does Absol have like a Minccino scarf? No worries, Seep. Hello, hello. Lovely to see you. And Alice, I'm doing well. I won't speak for anyone else, but I'm doing well.
Scenery hasn't changed at all for a while now.
Enjoy your work.
Are we even getting anywhere? Hey, Thomas, you know what I'm thinking? I think we finally reached a place where there's no one else but us.
Well, so terrific that it's, you know, here where there's a blizzard.
I also have this feeling there's nothing ahead of us here. Feeling pretty beat. Me too. What's gonna happen to us?
We'll be fine. It's fine. I feel like this game doesn't end with us in a frosty grave.
Yeah, you're right. We came out here. There's no wondering about it. No point wondering about it. Sorry, Thomas. I gotta stop feeling sorry for myself.
I got to. Oh my gosh, I'm just adding words. I'm changing context. It's fine.
I got to feeling sorry for myself. Thomas, I came out here because I believed in you. That's not changing. I'll keep believing in you, Thomas. I'll go wherever you go.
Yeah, but this is technically a Gen 8 game, Mystic. Don't read into it. I'm just making jokes. Yes. Sadok trusts me without any doubt. Sucker. I can't afford to be indecisive. I have to believe in myself more. What? What was that? Dizzy? What?
What's the matter, Thomas?
Oh, good question. I don't think it gets Bluetooth, Motherfucker. I don't think you can hook up your speakers to that. I do think, however, that it does pick up, network television. It's just Absol can only see it in his head. But that means Absol gets to watch Wheel of Fortune. And that's important. Toca l'orange. Finally. Finally, you have arrived. I don't know who's talking. Someone's talking to me. You gonna tell me who? Psyduck? No, that voice isn't Psyduck. You would know if it was Psyduck. It would be very... This voice. I've heard it it's probably Gardevoir. Ooh! The transparency effect is nice. Finally. You have arrived. I've been waiting for you. Gardevoir! I'm so glad. Finally we get to meet. You're... What? True, Togepi. We could make a real nice dish. What would we plate it on? I don't know. Some of the orbs could probably be flattened.
Hey, Thomas, what's up with you?
I'm hallucinating. It's fine. Just ignore me.
Talking to yourself like that.
I cannot be seen by others. I'm visible only to you. Don't ask questions, listen to only me, and kill the yellow one. A little farther ahead, there's a jagged mountain range topped by Mount Freeze. On its peak, Ninetales lives. Ninetales? Ninetales awaits your arrival. Beware. Oh, Wait!
Hey, Thomas. Come on, Thomas. What were you doing? What just happened to you?
Oh, you're right. It could be like a picnic. That would be real nice, Togepi.
Okay, so that's what happened. I believe you implicitly. Gardevoir appeared to you. So that's why you were looking so stunned. But wow.
Absol, I feel like, is just staring right into our soul right now. Absol's not saying anything, but Absol's like, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've chosen to go along with you, but I don't know if I believe this.
Ninetales isn't just a legend. It really exists.
Zero, hello. How are you doing this evening?
Ninetales is at the peak way up there. Thomas. All the effort we put into getting here, it's finally gonna pay off. We'll meet Ninetales and get the truth. We'll finally clear your reputation, Thomas. That'll be great.
Ooh. Well, Zero, I appreciate you taking a break here. What assignments are you working on, if I may ask?
Hey, Thomas. You don't need to look so worried. It'll be okay. Thomas, I can understand.
Stop saying my name all the time. Like, I get it. You're talking to me.
Heartless human who abandoned Gardevoir. Oh, that might be you. Bet you're scared thinking that. That's impossible. You're not that human, I'm sure.
You believe so much in me?
Well, there was a time when I had some doubts, but now, I wonder why. I really don't know why.
Oh. Writing is not always the most fun, Zero, but I wish you the very best of luck with the assignments. And I hope you were having fun playing Knights of Pen and Paper. Nah, Mystic, that's definitely Absol's stare right now. The just... Oh, yeah, Alola Ninetales would have made more sense, Togepi. That would have been a really cool choice if they had made that change.
But you're a really good sort. You know, before, when I first got the idea to start this rescue team, I met you in the tiny woods, Thomas. Now that I think about it, there was something different about you. Just a feeling. This is kind of weird, isn't it? But I believe in you, Thomas. Anyway, we'll know the truth when we get to the peak. Thomas, let's give it our best.
This thing looks like the end of the third Pokemon movie, Power of the Unknown. Okay. Let's sort these back out. Thankfully. Yeah, the unknown one, excuse me. I still think the Deoxys one is my favorite. By the way, for those who haven't been playing along with the Pokemon month, what your favorites superlatives in the billiard room, I've been really enjoying seeing everyone's answers. So I would encourage it. The ability to create buildings. Surely Pokemon would have invented swords. Well, I mean, when you've got swords for arms, maybe you don't need to make them. I mean, what would Bisharp need with another sword? I think the living swords are just ghosts possessing swords that were made by humans, right? But it's a good question as to why there are no normal swords anymore. Maybe once ghosts started possessing them, they were like, maybe we shouldn't build anymore. The one where the power they possess is hidden. That's not helpful, Togepi. Okay, I'm gonna put away the all power-up orb. I think that will be handy, but I don't need it for this. Okay. I think I'm good on items. Yeah. Oh, I see, Toby. I thought you were being like, you know, the thing that they need to solve the, you know, the movie's big bad is, you know, it's, you don't know what it's gonna be until you get, like, because in, say, like, Mewtwo Strikes Back, it's like, you know, the power to beat Mewtwo is empathy, compassion, and tears. This is true. Well, it was like a hunting rifle, Mystic. We'd bring in medieval weaponry. I think I'd bring a phone. Like a cell phone. It seems like a lot of their problems would be solved by cell phones. You know, for a world with, you know, video calling technology, you'd think they'd have basic cell phones. Anyways. Or better police system than one lady is the entire police force for a whole town. Not to say that Jenny isn't doing a great job, because she is, but she could use some backup. I felt a special something from you since the first time I saw you. There is indeed a reason. But what you are is none of my business. Thomas, let's keep moving forward. Officer Jenny, not Jenny. Oh, living in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon world. Yeah, okay. Not ruining another life. Alright, nope, Mount Freeze, we're doing it.
I'm on the peak. Let's give it our best.
Alright. Ooh, that's a Zangoose. Hello. Lovely to meet you. And thank you, Absol. It's nice to finally have a little help. You know what? Absol can take this on. I believe in Absol. Toby, I can just fully imagine that was the, you know, that's the exact line of conversation. I mean, ghost types, I think, seem to be the type that is most prone to taking on human inventions, right? Like, think of Chandelure and Lampent. Chandelure and Lampent, you know, take on the forms of, you know, human lighting fixtures. I think Poison would perhaps be the other one that seems to be the most direct result of human intervention. Where you have things like, you know, Grimer, Muck, and Trubbish, and Garbodor, who have essentially been, you know, pollution given life. Well, is it definitive that Gengar is a dead person? Or is Gengar a dead Pokemon? Could be a Clefable. Well, the Living Tree one, that makes more sense as something from nature, right? You know, something died and then possessed a tree. Same with the pumpkin. Ooh, Motherfucker, when did you die? Well, I know you pretended to die yesterday, but when did you for real? Inquiring minds want to know. Hello. Hello, Seal. Okay, let me just get a little closer so that I can use Giga Drain. And Bayonet is just a ghost too. There are plenty of just ghosts. You know, Bayonet, Duskull, Ghastly, Hangar, and Gaunter. Hangar and Gaunter. They sound like German names to me. Hangar and Gaunter. You want to go get some schnitzel. And then they will possess the local playground. And Rotom, of course, works with human technology. Yeah, Ghost seems to be the type that has the most interaction with humanity, I would say. I see. Well, Motherfucker, you're not dating yourself too much because I couldn't tell you what year that happened in. Man, why is Mount Freeze full of normal types? I would have expected more ice. Yeah, it's the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon world is, you know, very technologically simple. But if you were a Rotom, because I mean, I think since this is a world in which humans exist, right? It's just the Pokemon communities are in sort of like untouched wildlife. Oh, bye, Psyduck! Oh, yeah, I'll wait. And so because of that, you could, if you were a Rotom in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon world, you could go to like human society, possess something, come back. Oh, it's an abandoned plush doll. Yeah, so again, another one where it's, you know, it's predicated upon, you know, humans having done something or some human invention. Mihan, I would probably, it would be an interesting day, if that happened. I would probably call my doctor. An abandoned plush doll that met a ditto. ... Zero? I'm not sure. I would have said that it was all a contiguous Pokemon world, but I suppose I don't know the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon lore well enough to say for sure. So if you have something that would say otherwise, please feel free to share. I've played this and Explorers. If they covered, you know, the existence of humans or not in Gates to Infinity or Super Mystery Dungeon, I don't know, but feel free to share. Oh, it's a Pineco. Hi, Pineco. I always liked Pineco and Forretress. Forretress is just a great defensive Pokemon. And Pineco, I think, is just a nice, simple design. Okay, good Max Ether. I don't know the one you're referring to, Momfkata, so feel free to spin out that thought a bit. If and you care to. I'm getting very lucky on the item placements, I think. They all say that humans are only legends. Okay, Zero. I haven't seen that so far in this one. You know, the legend... I guess the legend of Ninetales is the, you know, what we know to be... how we know humans exist. But I haven't had anyone directly say, like, humans only exist in legends. Well, also, I don't think we know that much about, like, the lifespan of, Pokemon, because, like, if Pokemon are, say, you know, say they don't live for very long, then what constitutes legend to them may be truly only, like, 20, 30 years old. I see. Sheltering, generational knowledge being lost, or their sense of time being different, all of which I think are acceptable explanations. Okay. Absol, you got this. Okay, so Zero, it wasn't the games that I just haven't played. That's what I was expecting. And Muffcott, it's alright. I probably was never going to watch it, and if I do go to watch it, I'll probably forget. So don't you worry about a thing. Ooh, we've got a ribbon to check out, as well as a seed. What is the seed? A stun seed. Nah, don't need it. Well, it's not super expensive, though. Cover band. No. I think I already have one, and so no. Man, I'm glad I have found so many link boxes, because those seem to sell real well. Those seem to cost a lot of money. I have been, wary of using them, Zero, truly, because it seems like your power points are much more needed in this game because you don't get, you know, you don't have a neutral attack. Wait, does linking the moves, is it only temporary in this one? I haven't messed with it at all. Hope they don't have Pokemon Twitter. True. Well, Zero, I think that makes you Fox or Falco. Or maybe, Bayonetta. I think of the three, I'd like to be Bayonetta. I'm probably Falco. I'd like to be Bayonetta, though. Okay, so it is permanent, which is what I anticipated. Okay, there we go. Now Absol can attack. And I can just hide behind Absol. Wait, am I out of water pulses? Oh, probably. There are 2 items up there. There's a shop. A Pupitar right here. Man, very few ice types for this very icy dungeon. There we go. That there is why Squeeze Out is handy. Alright, someone want to take on that Swablu that's not me? Alright, they've got this. It seems that more often than not, when I'm the lead Pokemon, I just let the Pokemon that are also there take, you know, do all the battles for me. I'm very lazy. Efficient bandana. Moves sometimes won't. Wow, that would be really nice, and it's so expensive. Well, I'll have to hope that I find one of those someday. Or that I have, you know, that I start carrying enough spending money to be able to do that. I don't have a Persian orb. I don't know if a bank orb. No, I think a bank orb is a thing. Can we hit this Pupitar, please? I don't know why that was so hard. I feel like Pupitar is a very big target and very stationary, because it's essentially just an enormous chrysalis. Could y'all seriously not? No, what? No, you don't get to get out of this scot-free. You're right here. You're dead. You came at me, you're dying, okay? Yeah, none of my party members currently know Thunderwave. Otherwise, I feel like the same thing will be happening. Trico never uses agility though. I don't know why. Avocado? Pupitar should be a Pinecone. Pupitar should be the middle evolved form between Pineco and Forretress. I think that would be terrific. And then Larvitar just evolves into Tyranitar at like level 50. Well, I think Pupitar actually makes sense as a middle stage. And here's why. Because it looks like a metal Pinecone. And so then you've got a bit of a stage between Pinecone and like metal Bagworm. Oh, yeah, Zero, that would be nice. It'd be nice to do a little cooking. You know, Pokemon deserve something more than just apples. I mean, what kind of diet is that? doesn't seem very healthy. Muffin, I love that description of Larvitar. That's delightful. Alright, hopefully I'm making pretty good headway. Man, so many Kecleon shops. Got another ribbon. Bandana. Revive all orb. Ooh, I definitely want that. Using it revives all your fainted teammates, but once you go to the next floor, you won't be able to revive any teammates except the main one. Oh yeah. I'm getting that. That seems a great orb. I want it. Thank you, sir. Ooh, good question. Man, you could be making some pies? With all those berries and apples? Oh my gosh. Or some strudel? There are so many things you could do. Man, they could be making mad danishes. A juice bar also makes sense. It's a little less fun to me. I mean, do they have wheat? Because that's, I guess, the important bit. They should make upside down cakes. I mean, baked fruit can be very, very tasty. Alright, I'm gonna go get the item that's down there. Let that other Pokemon keep chasing us. Oh, can we... Okay, fine. Fight the Chimecho. I'll wait. I'll wait. Okay. Yeah, they're... I mean, given how often we let them get completely starving, I feel like Pokemon will just, you know, eat whatever. They're not picky. Yeah, right now, I feel like we're describing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon cuisine as, like, early Breath of the Wild. Like, you could just have an apple, but you could cook it, and it'll be better. Mm-hmm. You want some simmered fruit? You want a baked apple? It's gonna be real tasty. It's gonna have some caramelization. I've thankfully grown out of... I used to have a super sensitive palate. I've thankfully grown out of that. Tiny Reviver Seed, apple, Stun Seed. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need any of this. Let's head to the stairs. Well, Sarah, I appreciate you bringing in all the hard-hitting topics that we need to cover. I still think more Pokemon should wear trousers. Slowking wanted them, but no one ever gave Slowking the trousers. Can you imagine a little pair of Slowking pants? It would be real cute. Alright, swap this with, I guess an apple. Because here's what I can do. Eat. Please eat. I'll just switch back to Trico. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Swap that with... I guess I'll just swap it with an apple. Because I got plenty. Got plenty of apples. And how do I like them? I like them alright. I like them apples just fine. Okay, it's using Protect, so you kind of can't, Sedek. Alright, we'll have someone just drink this right away. I'll give Sedek back all of the water pulses. Yeah, humans are pretty choosy. Though I will admit, I do like covering myself up too, especially with clothes like these. I love this shirt, by the way. And I am so sad because I found it when I was cleaning. It had been like at the foot of my bed, but underneath the lip of the bed, so I wasn't seeing it for a really long time. I thought it was in New Jersey. No, I had just accidentally buried it. Stay away. Nah, I don't need that. I don't like the wands. I don't. Oh, hungry. That's the worst trap yet. A bit, Mavocata, a bit. It's cold and hailing. Unless you're an ice type, you can't restore HP naturally and you'll keep taking damage. Except because Psyduck has Cloud 9, so nice try. Oh, interesting. Interesting, Zero. I would have thought if you didn't have a sense of smell that your sense of taste would have been hobbled. But fascinating that that's how it compensated. Not even a bed of straw. Like, the Magnemites, they just live in like a power plant. And they're totally fine with it. Just on the metal floors. So yeah, there do seem to be some manner of electronics in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon world. Yeah, I do think you'd have a rough time in the Pokemon world, but, you know, I wouldn't say don't make a go of it. If you ever get the opportunity, give it a shot. Live your dreams. Oh, that's a slacking. Nope. I know better. I know better than to wake that up. I know it'll be worth a fair amount of experience points. I also know I don't want to fight it. Oh boy, there's another one. We're leaving. We're leaving. I don't want to. I'm good. I'm good. If I want to grind, I'll come back here to Mount Freeze and I'll fight some slackings. Till such point, I'm good. I'm all set. I'm doing fan-freaking-tastic. Ooh, I do want the Tiny Reviver Seed. You weren't in the mood, so your mouth just felt uncomfortable instead of hot. It's perhaps not the best thing to think that you could ingest any poison, but Mavocata, new superpower, go for it. What? And Mystic, I would pose that question to everyone. What Pokemon would you be in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon world? What I would hope to be is something cool, like a Houndour. What I think it would be, probably something like okay. I might be like, what is like a lazy version of Kadabra? Because I feel like that's about what I'd be. Rowlet knowing you, Zero, would be great. Okay, swap. Let me swap this for something. I guess I'll ditch one of the Max Ethers. I think if it would be one of the slows, I'd probably be Slowking. Because, you know, Slowking's actually pretty quick. Pretty sharp. But still probably pretty lazy. I'm not actually terribly lazy in life. No, Avocado. We've established in the past that if you were Pokemon, you'd be like Fairy Dark type, so whatever that is. Absolutely Zero. Well, but not Impidimp, no. But that typing. Because Mihan, you're obviously Impidimp. Okay, I would like to not be murdered by the Seviper. Thank you! Alright, I'll swap this. swap out an Oranberry. I'll eat me some Oranberry. Ooh, a Riolu would be nice, Mystic. Morgrim and Grimmsnarl. Are you sure those are Pokemon? I feel like I've never heard of those. And, Togepi, that makes almost too much sense. Lack of good fingers. Yeah, how many Pokemon even have fingers? What, is that a citrus berry? Ooh, I'm getting that. Let me swap that for one of my orange berries. And then I'll eat the orange berry. I'll Psyduck eat it. I would like to be like a Bisharp. That would be cool. Bisharps are very thin and they're pointy. And Steel Dark is fabulous typing. I'm realizing almost all of the Pokemon... okay. I will swap this for a Sleep Seed. Almost all of the Pokemon that I'm saying are Dark types. Madison, I feel like you'd make a pretty good Vaporeon. I can see it. I don't want to be a Gardevoir. That does not sound fun to me. Yes, because they're cool and edgy and dark. Exactly, Muffgata. Well, how do you know you almost died, Zero? And I remember, man, I used to, between classes, I used to walk outside because it was faster than walking inside at my school. And whenever it got icy, there would be these ice patches, and it would be black ice because of the asphalt. And it was just, I remember those moments where it's like, oh, woo. This just looks like a very evil croissant, you know? Yeah, get rid of the Petrify wand. I don't want it. Glade does feel like a cool Pokemon that's not Dark type. Oh no, Muffgata. I hate misjudging distance when you try to like jump over water. Oh, I've been there. Okay. Put away the Lucky Ribbon, put away the Max Ether. Put away some of these one of these orange berries, I guess. One Chester Berry. I'll put away the Citrus Berry because it's the only one I've got. Put away one Tiny Reviver Seed. Put away the Stun and Life Seed. What does the Life Seed do? Raises your max HP. That looks weird. Well, Zero, you know, I think that person is making a strong case, but you don't have to do it. And ducking would probably help in avoiding them. You're correct, Muffgata. Okay. I'm definitely putting that away. Oh, like the girl who we had the funeral for in The Sims. Exactly, Togepi. I don't ever see recommendations. Like, I do when I'm on the homepage, but I don't, in the sidebar. Is that... Have I broken something? Or have I fixed something? Or is it just because my account is that old? And Togepi good, that's what was supposed to happen. We're heading into a crucial stretch. Let's keep our guard up. We'll be fine, let's do it. Man, this is a long dungeon. I feel as though I've made good progress, but 16 floors. And certainly there's going to be another, 5 or 6. If you do climb Temple Tower, I wish you the very best of luck. I've died in there more times than are worth counting. That's because I used to play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon before I understood what it meant to, grind for levels. But I hear Temple Tower is lovely this time of year. People think it's best of the holidays, but nah. If you come after February, starts, then, you get all the benefits of the lighting, but none of the crowd. Now, motherfucker, I don't think you asked to go to the water closet. I'm sorry, but you're supposed to ask permission before you go. I would have given you a hall pass, of course, but, since you just left without asking, I may have to give you detention. Dialga with a sword, I feel like, would actually be marginally less scary because it would then be focused on using the sword rather than using, Roar of Time and just ruining my day. Oh, climbing the Temple Tower with swords, that would be better. Fighting Dialga with a sword if you're the one with the sword, also not that great, I feel, because Dialga's hide is, made of steel. Motherfucker, you could say you're sorry. Yeah, you really went through it very quickly. Heavy rotation specs. When equipped, they boost the critical hit rate when using the same move as the turn before. I like that. Yeah, I have quotes. This is one of the things that I actually like using a bot for. Okay, so I can get a set of them. I'm gonna see if any of these seeds are worth, giving a darn. Tiny Reviver Seed, Tiny Reviver Seed. I'm gonna pick up one of these. I've got just enough money. Oh, come on. There we go. Hey, Kecleon. Yeah, I want it. Thank you. I've got some kicking shades now. Excuse me? I don't think so. You want to try that again? You didn't think so. Ooh. Who's there? That does not sound pleasant. I hope everything's alright. And Jacoby, I'm glad that you did, because I really do appreciate all the help that you are able to give as we move through this. Oh, I don't like where I'm standing. Oh, that Slacking is not waking up. Do you have to actually attack Slacking to wake it up? That makes sense. Yeah, I think at some congenital risk for having a wonky spine, so I'm keeping an eye on my own person. But hopefully, all will be well. Training seed? What is a training seed? Gives you the train condition. Oh. So it's the same as hitting those special tiles. Okay, is it gonna be 20 floors? I hope that's it. But these Shelgons need to cool it. Aren't we already seeing Shelgons? Did we even see Bagons anywhere? What, so like corsets for everyone? Do you think I could pull off a corset? I mean, it would be nice, you know. One worries about their posture. What would I do as Emperor of the World? You know what? I think if I get elected Emperor of the World, what I would say is you can have whatever you want for, you know, for dinner, so long as you have a reasonable breakfast and lunch. Because that's the life that I want to live. I would just want to have one meal a day where I can eat cosmic brownies and not have them count. I don't need to, I just, one meal a day. Awake and walking about. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no thanks. Yeah, low kick will do a number on a slacking. Because low kick is based on weight. Oh dear. Absol got a little bit murdered there. What else would I do if I were Emperor of the World? And please, folks, feel free to chime in with your own. I don't think so, Briz. I think I still have a ways to go. I think... Togepi, am I a third, would you say? A third of the way through? Briz, welcome on in. How are you doing? Always lovely to see you. We're talking about what we would do if we were the Emperor of the World. You know what I would do if I were Emperor of the World? I would appoint Briz as educator for all future clinicians. Or at least however many Briz cares to educate. I don't want to overwhelm you with class size. Nah, we already picked up Absol.
Finally made it. This is the peak, right? Where could Ninetales be?
There they are! Oh no, it's Act. I've spotted Thomas! Alright, I see him!
Alakazam! It's about time we finally caught up with you. Fugitive dragged us all the way out here.
But don't around her. We're both so here.
Well, Briz, I wish you the very best of luck. Rods and cones, my friend. Rods and cones. Wait, what? Togepi, a third of the way through nearly at the fourth quarter doesn't make any sense.
I can barely contain myself. I am itching for a fight. Psyduck, don't think badly of me.
Why is Charizard getting all these lines now? When I'm essentially doing a bad Scooby-Doo.
I don't know how to show mercy.
Thomas, I didn't wish for this conclusion. But this, too, is fate. The role of the rescue team is to help bring peace. We will crush you with every shred of our power. Get them. Okay, so Absol, you go ahead and take on Alakazam. I'll take on Tyranitar. Perfect! We got the typing perfectly there. Oh, we don't actually... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I was not expecting this. I thought we would just actually fight. Cease this at once!
What?
Ooh! Ninetales with the hair and the tails. Oh my gosh. Aubrey's very best of luck to you in that. Really? How am I almost at the final quarter of the game? That feels way too soon. I thought this was going to be a longer series than that. I thought I still had to, like, build the extra large hut with the Mankeys and stuff. Yeah. We'll just presume that this is an icy Ninetales and not a normal Ninetales. We'll just presume. Oh. Ninetales.
What? Ninetales?
That's Ninetales?
The legend. It was real. It's definitely not 6 hours. I've definitely been taking longer than that. Well, you know what? Maybe it's a shorter series then. That's okay, honestly. Platinum was a longer one. Cease fighting at once, Alakazam. They are my guests. Tell us, Ninetales. Who was the human that appeared in your legend? No. Even before that, was the legend itself a true event? Depending on your reply, I may have no choice but to eliminate them. Whether they consider my curse to be a legend or not, I care not. However, it did happen. Many years ago, I tried to lay a curse on a human. It was then, however, that Gardevoir, the human's partner, dashed in. It selflessly bore the full brunt of the curse meant for the human. Then, the human did a selfish and cowardly thing. They abandoned Gardevoir and fled. The human eventually became a Pokémon. Transformed into a Pokémon, the human lives on. And that human would be? Who is the human that you speak of? Thomas, you may relax. It is not you. I feel like I remember that, Togepi.
Ah. Just now. What did you just say?
Thomas is not the human that appears in the legend. That is what I said.
What? What's wrong with me? I'm too tensed up to move. Oh. Oof. Deep breaths. In, out, in, out, in, out. Oh, phew. Oh, wow. Awesome.
Oh, wow. Wow!
That's great. I knew Thomas wasn't the one. It's just as I thought. Thomas wouldn't do anything like that.
I have another thing to say. Ninetales is very patient. Just waiting for all of Psyduck's melodrama to, go past. So sweet. It is true that I foretold of the world's balance becoming unstable. However, that human becoming a Pokemon and the world's balance, they are not linked in any way. The cause of the natural calamities exists elsewhere.
Hey, you lot! You were wrong! You doubted and hounded Thomas.
Yes, Ray Alakazam, what you gonna say? You memorize all the facts in the world! Huh? 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 Don't look so smart now. No, you're gonna have to do way better than that. I expect you to grovel. I expect you to join my rescue team, and I'm going to shunt Charizard and Tyranitar off to, like, separate continents. And Alakazam, you know what I'm gonna make you do? I'm gonna make you do all the rescue missions in Tiny Woods and nowhere else. That would be very interesting, Zero, yes.
We're sorry. We got worked up by that Gengar.
Peer pressure, that's your excuse, Tyranitar? You're a dark type. You can just murder him so easily.
No. I expected Gengar right from the start.
Charizard, if you're not even gonna say sorry, get out of here. I'm sorry, I can't deal with them right now. Like, seriously. Charizard, you need to fly off this mountain into a precipice and do some time thinking about what you did for 127 hours.
I was just look like the treacherous type.
Well, then speak up, say something. I mean, come on. If that's what you believe, then talk to people like a rational person rather than just going along. This is the bystander effect. This is what happened to Kenny Genovese. Like, you are not gonna absolve yourself by saying, oh, Thomas looked all cool from the beginning. I don't think so. Charizard, you need to go think about what you have done. You are worse than culpable because you thought that I was cool. And then you were like, no, I'm just gonna go along with this anyway. If I murder him, I'll murder him. It's fine. You are a fire flying type. You are literally diametrically opposed to me, and you are going to come at me like this? Oh! Yeah, Vast post game makes sense. For Mystery Dungeon.
It'd be nice if I could believe that.
But I must say, you are to be commended for prevailing through this cruel journey and discovering the truth. Impressive, Thomas.
Isn't this great? I was convinced I was right. Huh? But wait a second. Why did Thomas become a Pokemon? I understand that Thomas isn't the human that appeared in the legend. Then why would Thomas become a Pokemon? Thomas, who are you?
Ah, too late. Should ask that sooner. Earthquake. We're leaving. Ninetales is so unperturbed by this. Same with Absol. I mean, Absol knew that this was coming and did not warn us. Man, I feel like, yeah, there is that sort of game where it's like you beat it with one character, you play it again with another. Mario Galaxy, kinda, yeah. Well, Zero, if there is that lore, then Bill stumbled into it backwards. He did it already. Several pages devoted to acts of fashion. Thank you, Briz. That's all I needed. I want to work for, you know, L or Mode or Vogue. Wait, no, Mode's the one from Ugly Betty. Never mind. All right.
Wait.
The world's crust is shifting. The natural calamities are worsening, and the shifting of the ground, it will awaken the beast that embodies the earth. The beast that sleeps deep underground. Groudon will be awakened. What? Groudon is rising?
Groudon? What is that? What's a Groudon?
A legendary Pokemon that has only been spoken of in myths. It is that Pokemon that raised the landmasses and created continents. is said to have taken to sleep after catastrophic battles with its archenemy Kyogre. If Groudon were to get loose, there would be chaos. It must be stopped. We will go.
So will we.
No, you must remain behind. Groudon is far more powerful than any Pokemon you have faced. Meowstic's a water type, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Ooh. Chocoby, that would be an interesting, like, Chrono Trigger side story ending. Smaller than your average crocodile. Exactly, Briz. Leave it to us.
We'll go. We'll go back to the rescue team base for well-earned rest.
Don't worry about us. We didn't get our gold rank the easy way. We'll just get the job done and we'll be back before you know it. Fine. We'll have to quell Groudon. Alright, bye! And thus, Alakazam's team made their way underground to quell the awakened Groudon. Meanwhile, cleared of all suspicion, Thomas's team went back to town to finally murder Gengar for real this time. And returned to their welcoming rescue team base, having fully buried Gengar in the ground, and now that he's double dead. Won't do it, Zero. Won't do it. Gonna keep going. Substitute. Terrific. Wonder how Substitute works in Mystery Dungeon. Meanwhile, back in Pokemon Square.
You lot. Why aren't you out there hunting down Thomas's team?
It's easy for you to say. It's too much for us.
My say Thomas's team has gone way far out there. If we went, best we get off for is maybe get off his cave.
I joined. What was it? Was Scottish, right?
I joined the chase, but they fled into multiple A's. For the life of me, I can't go in there, and that's where I lost their trail.
I'm a grass type, see? So am I. You don't see me complaining.
Fire doesn't agree with me at all. I don't know what became of Thomas's team after that, but those fugitives, to think they would risk multiple A's.
It's a good choice, Briz. You do get a portrait for the doll? Oh, Togepi, that's so cute.
They've grown up tough. I can't keep up.
What a spineless lot you are.
You're so full of big talk. What about your team, Gengar? You just hang around in the square and don't do a thing. Walk the talk, you guys go.
We're out of that picture. Our role is to receive word about Thomas's demise.
Just appointed yourself that. Oh my gosh, oh my goodness.
Medicham, what's the word?
Thomas says...
Oh, finally. We're finally rid of Thomas.
No! It's the opposite. Thomas is back.
What did you say?
Hey, over there.
Yes, right, and I brought a dark type with me. Get ready to be cleaved from this mortal plane. Thomas!
We're back.
Hi, everyone. We're back. Well, finally made it back. We've been gone for so long.
Is this what I think it is?
Yep, this is Pokemon Square. It's good to be back in the square again, Thomas. Hey, Psyduck. Huh. Oh, it's you, Gengar. It's been a while.
What's with that smug confidence? I don't recognize that weirdo in the back either. Eggs is still just having trouble, Motherfucker. I see, Toad. That's interesting. I'll have to give it a shot at some point.
Could be. Gengar! You spewed all sorts of trumped-up garbage, didn't you? Thomas had nothing to do with it. Thomas was innocent. The girl?
And everyone believes it. You could have said this before, Psyduck, even without proof, and we would have been fine. What?
Is that true?
You bet. We met Ninetales and found out. Thomas isn't the human from the legend. I came back when we found that out.
Yeah, what Gengar said.
Wait a second. You can't be trusted yet. You're gonna make that claim? Let's see some proof. Proof? That's right. Some hard evidence. Let's see some proof. Come on, out with it. Proof? We don't have any proof. It's too bad you don't have proof. You came back for us so we can get rid of you easier. How conveniently foolish. Now, fellow Pokemon, here's your chance to get rid of Thomas. What's wrong, everyone? Don't you want to be rid of Thomas? I always believed in Thomas. You don't fool me. Again?
I'm out. I was saved by Thomas's team before. I joined the chase with a heavy heart because of your urging, but I simply can't think of Thomas being bad in any way.
Okay.
I've heard enough too. I believe Thomas. Wow, that's right. Who needs proof?
Gengar is really just milking this for all it's worth. I mean, seriously.
Everyone.
Extra, read all about it! Yeah, if I never have to read another ooga it'll be too soon. Belper! Did somebody order some cold hard proof?
What is this? It looks like a newspaper, doesn't it? I wouldn't know. I can't read.
Okay, I'll read it aloud. Let's see. Pokemon News. Extra. Thomas innocent. Thomas met with Ninetales under the watchful eye of Alakazam, and proved that they had nothing to do with the human in the legend. As a result, Gengar's claims were proven to be malicious lies. And Motherfucker, don't ask questions. It's fine. What? My hair looks great. I learned from the best. Seriously, look at this. It looks like I got caught in a tornado. Okay. That'll be fine. Oh, I hurt my head a little. rotten.
Run!
Stop, you liar! You conned us!
Welcome back! Yep, it's good to be back. We're back like we promised. I'm so glad. Thomas isn't suspected anymore. Yep, I'm glad too. We won't have to keep running from everyone anymore. Alright, Thomas. We're both worn out. I'm gonna go get some sleep.
I think we have 2 of those now. Mystic, I'm afraid to say that because Togepi is titled theirs, I'm likely going to use that one. Thank you both. You get one. That's the one you get. I hope it was entertaining to watch. It hurt a little.
Our rescue team is back in business tomorrow. Let's give it our best.
Great. Terrific. The next morning. Wow, I slept well. Okay. We're back. Everything's better now. Where are the tables? You don't need them. If you're just gonna have apples, you can just sit on the floor. Where are the chairs? I'm sitting on one of them. It's right here. It's in the game. Like, if I get off the seat, then, you know, Psyduck can sit on it. Here, I'll show you. Where's the fridge? I mean, I don't know. It's not my job to provide a fridge. Okay. Let me just move this so Psyduck can sit on it. Or Trico can sit on it. See, it's great. What is going on? There's a chair. You asked where the chairs were. Oh gosh. And I'm fading out of existence because that's, you know, that's a standard. That usually happens. Why? Am I green now? What happened? Why can you see Psyduck through me? It's fine, probably. It's weird because it's not like there's a spot. I'm just all sort of fadey. Don't tell him, Zero. I've got a me too.
Okay, we're back in the rescue team business.
Let me just... There, that reset the color balance. We're good.
Hopper's brought us the mail already too.
Let's give it our best like we always used to, Thomas. I bailed on Psyduck's voice a little there. No, it's still... I'm still getting some green through. It's fine. My neck is just green anyway, so it's all good. Hey, Kecleon. Glad to hear that you're free from the cloud of I'll never give you my business again. I hope you won't say that. What you got? Nothing I want. Thanks. Bye. No, certainly not. Why did Stevie reply with rotten? I'm missing context here. Well, that's certainly fine. You got a card in this cube on the watch up. Oh, that's delightful. I do apologize. How could one run a bank without trusting clients? I promise to satisfy all your banking needs from now on. I hope you'll stay. Oh, I thought for a second there that, like, Persian's ear was part of my hair. That it was, like, bowing out a bit. I'm, like, right here. It's like his Persian's ear is part of my hair. Maybe. Who remembers? It matters not. All is well. Oh, I got an apple. Delicious. It's very nice to be provided produce for my work. I mean, Kangaskhan, I feel like, is the only one who is actually still doing their job while we were away, because, you know, Kangaskhan was still storing all our stuff. Oh, Mystic, as always, there's no need to be on my account. You are all good. All good. Let's do some rescue missions. We're finally back to the, you know, the actual, what the game is called. We can do rescue missions rather than being fugitives and running away. And just, you know, wait for Alakazam to come back and tell us, hey, we couldn't do it, you have to. I'm presuming. And I'm pretty sure I have a bunch of rescue missions accepted. In fact, let me see if I have any slots left. Bulletin board. No, I've already accepted 24 or 24, so I'll have to come back. Togepi. Let's see what's available to us now. I'm sure we've got more. Yeah, so I've got 7 in Mount Steel. Let's do it. Let's do 7 rescue missions at once. I am so excited for this. Oh, and it's Beep Boop! Beep Boop is back! Remember Beep Boop? The best character on the show. Wait, was Growlithe originally one of the starters? Oh my gosh. I love Beep Boop. He is definitely in my heart. And my soul and my mind. And so, before, when I was doing my rendition of Ella Fitzgerald's Anything, that was Beep Boop short-circuiting briefly. Hey, how could you forget Beep Boop? It's Beep Boop. Come on. Come on! Y'all can do better. Oh, and I can recruit people again! Finally! Not that I need to recruit anyone else in Mount Steel. I feel like I've been here so many times. This was one of my big grinding spots post early episodes, so I've been around these bends a few times. Oh, you mean, Toby, you mean the camp where they can go, not the dungeon where they're found. You're right at the floor where Geodude is. Correct. And up on the stairs already. All right, well, let me get this item first, and then Geodude, and then we'll run along. I'm sad that I'm still not one-shotting like everything in some of these early dungeons. Like that Beldum was right on the cusp. Pick up Training Switch, which I probably won't actually really use, but it's fine. Hey Geodude, how you doing? You can go. I've saved you. Tell your friends. I do not want to escape. I've got 6 more rescue missions. I'm very excited that I have 7 in this dungeon. It's alright, we got there, Togepi. Yeah, I just didn't know exactly what you meant. I thought when you said the areas, you meant the dungeons where they were found. Alright, there's Beedrill. I feel like a Beedrill... It's weird to see a Beedrill in distress. You know what I mean? Beedrills in the show were always, you know, the source of some trouble. Ooh, ow. That hurt. Alright. Yes. But can you... Is it double? Beedrill's got 2 stingers. So I would say so, yeah. And Zero, I am, I do have memory of your particular affinity for Team Rocket. Given that I had to draw the both of them. That was back when I wasn't doing, art nights and I was just, you know, trying to keep up with the sketches normally. I'm glad that changed. Alright, there's Executor. It's so nice that they're all on different floors. It gives me something to do. It gives me a goal for each floor. And, you know, if there's anything that I've learned, it's, you know, set specific and reasonable goals, and it'll help make you more productive. I've recruited no one, even though I can again. Yeah, I know what you mean, Zero. Having the items on the map does definitely limit the need to explore, but given the way that they've changed some other mechanics, it's not as much about exploring everything, because if you do that, there's no way you're going to have enough moves by the end of the dungeon. So they rebalanced it for speed. Alright, 3rd job down, 4 to go. I do not want to escape. Heck no. Alright, Nine Might's got that. We're all good. Alright, there's Shroomish. Seems to just be a bunch of, like, single rescues, which, you know, isn't the worst thing in the world. I'm gonna switch to Psyduck. Yeah. I forgot that some were unrecruitable entirely. It's too bad, though, isn't it, Togepi? Having... It would make more sense for them to not have, like, the starters in areas where you could get them in-game. Not have the camps where they're kept inaccessible. Nope, I've got 3 more to do. Yeah, for some physical moves I understand, but if you have some moves have limitless PP and some not, you'd kind of have to do some rebalancing across the whole game. Let alone in competitive battling. Alright, onwards and upwards. Alright, there's Zigzagoon. Hello, Zigzagoon. Were these all straight rescues? I certainly must have to, you know, bring an item to someone or find a lost item. Can't hold. Right. Great. That Tyrogue just got murdered. Terrific. Alright, what's over here? Rescue job where you have to find 2 Pokemon makes sense. Yeah. Question is, ooh, what if you have to find one on one floor and reunite it with another one on another floor? So it's like the escort one, but it's midway through, and you've got to make sure if you don't get the one that you need for the first half, then you can't complete the second half. Okay, so we did have at least one find the item. And it's the famous seed. I wonder if we'll get its autograph. So Zero, would the point be that it wouldn't tell you when you had arrived on that floor? Or just that you wouldn't know until you got into the dungeon? But once you hit that floor, it would tell you. So the former, okay. I would not like to escape, no. I've got work to do. Having to like find ingredients and then doing like a cooking minigame, I think would also be fun. You know what? I don't know if they brought it back or not in the later Mystery Dungeon games, but I really loved the Recognize a Pokemon's Footprint minigame from the Mystery Dungeon 2 games. I thought that was entirely delightful. And if they didn't do it in later Mystery Dungeons, it's a crying shame. They didn't? Oh. It's a crying shame. They should've. They missed an opportunity. Wait, I think that was the last job. You hated it? Aw, I really liked it. I was good at it too. Well, because Pokemon, the footprints have been in like the dex entries for a long, long time. I would not like to exit the dungeon now. I want to go get that item, and then I'll leave. Thanks. Good restraint, Zero. Ooh. Was this a randomizer in which that Mischievous could evolve into Mismagius? Togepi. There seems to be no Pokemon here. But we did it. We completed several jobs at Mount Steel. And got a Rainbow Gummy. Well, Mystic, you don't need to have completed it. Oh. Yeah, Togepi, that would be, how do you handle it for ghosts, then? I don't think there are any ghost types who are in that guild. Alright. A perfect apple and some points. I need, I think, like 1,000. Oh! Geodude wants to join my team? Sure, I don't have a Geodude. Well, let's nickname it. What shall we call Geodude? What did we call Geodude in Platinum? Because we had a Geodude. Brock Gravy. Sure. A portmanteau of Brock and, you know, Ed from Edda and Eddie's favorite thing in the whole entire world. A rare quality orb. That's the one that makes Pokemon with rare qualities more likely to be recruited. If memory serves. Zigzagoon gives us a Sleep Seed. Hooray! A Weedle who wanted me to rescue a Wurmple. Some Max Elixirs, which are nice given that I used some. Minun, who wanted the famous seed. Gives me a power drink. We're gonna get very buff at the gym. Terrific. And Executor, who has no friends. Shroomish who has been rescued and has given me the Insomnoscope. I think these were all low-level missions. Alright.
Well, you're good today. Let's knock it off and call it a night. See you tomorrow.
The next morning. Okay, is this gonna be a plot next morning, or is this just gonna be a normal next morning? Looks like a plot next morning.
Good morning, Thomas. Let's keep up our rescue work today.
Or no, maybe not. Oh, well, terrific. Alright, well, shoot, let's do it. Let's get some more rescue missions done. I think it's the same outcome, even if my interpretation of it's wrong. Okay, sort these out. Put away the gravel rocks. Put away an apple. Yeah, same difference, exactly. It's like saying, you know, 4 is 2 and 2, and 2 and 2 is 4. Either way, you're saying things that are, you know, logically equivalent, even if the words aren't necessarily in the right order. That's maybe not the best allegorical case for it, but what you're gonna do. I'm coming up with analogies on the spot here. Ooh, Zero, I kind of like that pitch. So it's sort of like they each have their own, like, spheres of the universe that you're trying to avoid coming into contact, and they they occasionally have, like, little blips and bubbles that will cross between, but if they collide fully, the damage would be irreparable to both. Welcome on in, not pro yet. How are you doing this evening? Alright, let's see what rescue missions are on the board. Oh, you know what I should do? I'm going to skip all these Fs. Get these ones at Mount Free, sure. Want Frosty Forest? Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'm going to take no rank F rescue missions anymore. I'm going to do both of the ones at the Frosty Forest, because those are both like rank Cs. And they're pretty low level in the Frosty Forest. So let's do it. Or was it Mount Freeze? Whichever one. Well, Zero, that would be my point as to how that would work. Human doesn't actually turn into a Pokemon upon entering the world. So you're just a dude walking around. Yeah, so Mount Freeze has 2. And there are Licky Lickies there now. Alright, seems a good crew. Let's do it. Again, I think I only need to go to like the 8th floor, so this will be pretty quick. Pokemon is a human in the human world. So it would just be like a fish out of water story, where you've got a person who wakes up in an apartment one day, and they're just saying, Magikarp! Carp, carp, carp. And slowly they learn to speak. They get a temp job, working, picking up phones for the big company. And eventually they fall in love with a person who used to be a Mantine. It writes itself. Or at least I'm gonna say that it does. All dodge orb. Hello, Vigoroth. I want to recruit some of these now that I can. Tiny Reviver Seed. Now let's get back to the stairs. Hey, Vigoroth. Bye, Vigoroth. Ooh. Togepi, I like that. I also like the idea of multiple people who have bridged the, like, human-Pokemon connection. I feel like that would give you, your player character, like, much more, motivation in the story, rather than just, like, the world's going to pot, you gotta fix it. Because at some point it's like, no, I don't, that's not my job. I just woke up here. Like, look. Sorry that you're having problems or whatever, but, like, you are not paying me nearly enough to fix that. If you want me to do that, I'm going to need to be adequately compensated. I know, this currency that you're saying I'm going to find in the dungeons, that's not doing it. What I need is I need gourmet meals served to me day in, day out. I need a kick-in apartment. Multiple bedrooms, just for me. Okay? And if you can do that, then I will think about getting out of bed to help you. No guarantees, no promises. Whatever do you mean, Zero? I think we can all advocate for, you know, good working standards. If I'm the only one who can save the world, then look, I'm gonna use that as a negotiating point. Like, if I were Aang in Avatar: The Last Airbender, I would have been like, hey, you need me to save the world? Okay. How about some money? How about some of the magical Earth Kingdom foods? Where are we gonna get some of that? There's a fainted Pokemon on this floor. That's a Hitmonchan. Love it. Yeah, have an apple. I would like you to come along. Fun will fun. No, Zero, I'm being fully facetious. I mean, obviously, if I were in a situation where I, Thomas, Axum, and Jones, were the only one who could save the world, I would do that, you know, I wouldn't charge too much. I might ask for, you know, the things that I would need to make the saving of the world happen. I would hope that someone would provide. But no, I wouldn't be... There's no need to be greedy in that situation, because, you know, without the world, can't live. And I like living. I do. Yeah, it's Guardians of the Galaxy quote. It's like, why do you want to save the galaxy? Because I'm one of the idiots that lives in it. Yeah, Togepi, I do wish that it got, you know, a bit of a better right in one of the iterations. But who knows? Maybe Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 5, if it ever happens, probably not, if it ever happens, we'll go that route. And we'll get to experience that. Right, Home Claws, I don't think so. Oh, why did you... Oh, you should not have attacked Seal. Okay, we defeated Seal. Why am I not recruiting anything? I'm able to now, am I not? Man, when I'm running through dungeons off air, I'm probably gonna just recruit everything in my path to compensate for how little I'm getting now. Ooh, that was gonna hurt. Did both Gates to Infinity and Super come out on 3DS? How long has it been since we had a new Mystery Dungeon game? Ooh, a Surskit. I'd like a Surskit. No, I definitely haven't run out for space for people in camps, because just before we went on the Fugitive arc, I extended my camp size. Or expanded my camp size. I'm not saying they're bad, but it would just be interesting narratively, Togepi, you know, if we got more variety. I do want to adventure with you, Surskit. Thank you. Okay. Y'all got that seal, right? I don't need to do anything. Good, we good. 20. It's been 6 years? Oh my gosh. Oh, Psyduck, you can get that. Oh, man. Fine. Okay, we've got one task here. A Galalian peril. That seems some kind of wrong. And Glalie, I think of as being quite tough. Oh. Fully walk through the water there, that's fine. Ah, Zero, that sounds so fun! We would always do, like, all grade level things. Like, in 8th grade we went to the pool. In 7th grade we watched a movie. I think in 6th grade we went bowling. Zero, that's the risk. You gotta be the second best person, because if you're the best, everyone's gonna notice. Or if you run your mouth, everyone's gonna notice. I learned a long time ago to play it low key. I'm also not that good, which helps. Makes it super easy to play it low key. No one ever suspects that you're good if you're not good. But like an entire like grade-wide tournament, that would be freaking amazing. Middle school, I would have adored that. Alright, we saved one. Got another to go. I don't want to escape. I've got another one to do. We're almost there. We just have to get through 7 and then we're on the floor. And once we've done that one and collected the items, I will bounce. Right. Y'all can take care of that. I mean, Zero, what I would say is they strategized appropriately. I understand your frustration, but I wouldn't be mad at them for playing the game like they're supposed to. And hey, if you were one of the best players and you still made good showing, I feel like people will recognize that you did good work. Ooh, Panko, yay! Man, now I'm picking up stuff. This is the advantage of Squad Up. Now, like, every Pokemon I beat is going to want to join the party. Cupid's got it. They got it. They got it. Ooh, no. I wanted to... oh, did someone pick up the items? Some of them. I think Beep Boop did. Hey, Beep Boop's got it. Good for Beep Boop. Oh, this is not... Sorry. I almost... Oh, gosh. Cloud9! Cloud9! Man, the TMs are so pretty. Overheat! Ooh! That's very nice for 1 or 2 or 3 Houndours. like that. Alright, there's a Shroomish and Licky Licky is here. I feel like with this crew I could take on Licky Licky. I never, despite the fact that Meta Knight was broken in Brawl, I never understood how to play Meta Knight. Which meant people could, wall me with Meta Knight, but I couldn't counter it. Yeah, come along. I'll get rid of one of the Pupitars. Man, they are level 30? Brawl is, I think, the one where I never really had a main. Like, I'm fully, I had some characters that I rotated between, Zelda, Pit, ones that I would try, give some attention to, but never anywhere I would say this is the character with which I'm best. Smash 4, I would say that was at least Sheik. Melee, also Sheik. And then in Ultimate, Dorf. Because Dorf is so fun in Ultimate. Whoa! All 4 of his specials can be used as a recovery option. Was his neutral be the, really fast swords one? The yeah. Oh, Swablu. No, I don't, because I like all the Pokemon that I already have. Mystic, you say that, but you know what? You're wrong. Dorf is the best character on the show. Alright. Woohoo! 2 rescue missions. And a whole ton of Pokemon in tow. Hiding as a rock as Kirby is very fun, Zero. Especially if you get the big statue. Alright, bye, Shroomish! Alright, do I want to escape? Yes! I've already collected all the items on this floor, and I don't want to do the whole rest of this dungeon. Bye! Bye-bye. Finally, Togepi. So we've got nicknames to give. Start thinking. Vanishock TM. Bad. Very bad. Not pro yet. Just bad. Alright. What shall we call Hitmonchan? The tier list means, how good they are in competitive play. Hitmonlee. Okay. We'll do it. Hitmonlee. How about Surskit? Tadpole Pond. Aw. Surskit is so cute. It's got blush. And it's all eyes. If and that happens, I'll do it, Zero. What shall we call Surskit? And then we'll have Pupitar, Pineco, and one more. There's one other Pokemon. What about just Sursk? I want to just do Sursk. No, better yet. Just Cirque. Cirque. It's like an off-brand Shulk, you know? You'd be able to pick that up at the corner store. Oh, you know what we should have done? Sursk gets a lot. Too bad. Okay. Pupitar. What should we call Pupitar? Surskdorf. It doesn't roll off the tongue super well, Mystic. I don't think so. Unless you're suggesting that as a nickname for Pupitar, in which case, sure. Surskdorf. Tristan. That's the Pupitar nickname. We'll call the next one David. Yeah. Pineco will be David. Imagine if you picked up a pine cone off the ground and it was staring at you. I'd be uncomfortable. And Togepi, you need no more reason than that. The nicknames don't have to all be deep. And Chimecho. Chimecho was the last one. Danny. Okay. Sounds like a plan to me. I wonder what level all of my Pokemon are at now. All the ones that are like in the camps. I remember Togepi. He left it at like one of the rich manors where he apparently had, like, he knew the owners or something because he was a rich boy. Right. I mean, I only got 100 rescue points for that? That was a C rank mission. I am not letting you join my team. Fine. I'm not nicknaming you. I can't even say no. Tutu. Huh. I would have thought I would have gotten more from that. Okay. Well, that's fine. We did it. Oh. 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 That dream again. It's been a while. You're Gardevoir. Yes. Gardevoir. There's so much I want to ask you. Why do you appear in my dreams? As an ancient of spirits, I must watch over you. Because that is my role now. An ancient of spirits? Yes. I fell under the curse of Ninetales in place of a trainer. And became a presence without a physical form like this. A trainer? You mean the human that was in the legend about Ninetales? It's awful that your trainer would abandon you and run away. Yes. My trainer was a terrible person. Mean and conniving. My trainer wasn't a nice person, truly. Man, it sounded at Gardevoir like you should not have taken the hit for him. But I don't hate my trainer. Huh? You don't hate your trainer? Why not? Well, I wonder why myself. I don't quite understand. trainer did some terrible things, but I can't bring myself to feel hatred. The trainer had some quirks, but they were good qualities too. Gardevoir, you need to break up with your boyfriend. He's not good for you. Like, he may say he's got good qualities, but it's not. This isn't happening. Gardevoir, girl. Dump him. I'm telling you. And when it happened, I was desperate. We're all desperate. Dump him anyway. When it happened? You mean Ninetales' curse? Yes. Protected my trainer from Ninetales' curse with my entire being. If the trainer is facing danger, it is our duty to protect the trainer with our lives. We Gardevoir are that way. Dump him. I kept my trainer safe. That alone was enough to make me happy. No, honey. Hire a lawyer. Get off social media. And get away from him. I'm telling you. This shouldn't make you happy. You are allowed to want more from life. Please. Protect the trainer even at the risk of your own life. It's amazing what Gardevoir did. Oh, I must mention, I don't mind the form I've taken. I live on this way with pride in the role I've been given. Role? Yes. All the things have a role. They serve a purpose. Just as I have my own role to play, you too have a role to fulfill. You have come here to perform a certain role. And for that role, you became a Pokémon. What? What are you saying? Earthquake! Oh, interesting, not pro yet. So you could have a real tiny me that would hit like super hard, but that would be super hard to hit. I wonder still where that would have balanced against like Bayonetta. I need to know more. I think it's okay. Some Pokemon can be important in the Pokemon universe. The next morning. Oh, my neck is definitely fuzzing out a little. There was an earthquake, wasn't there? I think I had that dream again. I think I spoke with Gardevoir. She said something important. That's it. She did say something. We just saw this. I've got a role. It's great. Gardevoir knows. She knows why I became a Pokemon. She also said something about a role. What did she mean by that? Okay. Well, we're at 3 hours. Folks, thank you so very much for joining me this evening. I've had a wonderful time. I hope you have too. Once again, thank you to Eric Barkman for the raid earlier. I appreciate it very much. I'm going to set you all on a raid now. And for that raid, I believe I'm going to send you to Mr. Buckle, who is playing Pokemon Diamond Soul Lock with Brad Bradderfield, both of whom have raided us recently and are wonderful streamers. You should check them out. Where the heck? Mr. Buckle. There we go. Please go and say hello. They're playing Pokemon. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night, an excellent tomorrow, and I will be back Wednesday night with something. We'll see. I have ideas. Night, everyone.